Hey Joel, thanks so much for sending a question to me. Joel is asking, he says, I feel like I'm being pushed towards playing more lead roles instead of character acting roles. I've always been the shy guy. How do I get the industry to see me the way I want to be seen? Now, this might come off as a slightly funny or strange question because most of the time people ask the opposite. They feel like they're being pushed toward character roles and they're like, I wish that I could play more lead roles. So, first off, I have to commend you. That's awesome that it is kind of cool that you are playing or being asked to play lead roles. But the general idea of the question is how can I sort of bend the industry to see me in a different way? And this is a huge problem that lots of actors have because they feel like they're boxed in or pigeonholed into roles that they don't necessarily enjoy playing. So I have one straightforward answer for you, and it does take a little bit of work. Unfortunately, people are never going to really just magically see us the way that we want to be seen unless we actually do something to make them start to see us like that. For instance, with me, I started as a business and corporate headshot photographer. I ran a company called City Headshots. I still do, but at first we specialized in doing like LinkedIn photos and stuff. And a lot of people wanted to shoot LinkedIn photos with me, which was great, but I didn't necessarily connect so deeply with just doing portrait photography. And I had always wanted to work with actors, teaching them like branding and marketing and all of that. I studied film directing and I loved like directing and working with actors in general. But no one really wanted to see me because I was just a headshot photographer. And so if I tried to teach someone what to do to, book more acting work, they would always be like, well, who the hell are you to tell me what to do? Like you're just a photographer. So it took years. It took me like 2-3 years of just putting as much information out there, content, writing articles, free advice, all kinds of different things before people started to listen. And now, I am seen the way that I wanted to be seen. So first off, know that it's going to take work. Second off, know that you're probably going to have to do some things up front that maybe you don't love to eventually earn the right to be seen how you want. Now, my specific and direct answer for you is something that I call the GIST method, the GIST, Google Image Search Technique, okay? And basically what that means is however you want to be seen, so let's say you want to be seen as the shy guy, you can type shy guy into Google Image Search and look at the pictures that come up and see what kind of pictures are associated with shy guys. Or if like a type is you want to play, let's pretend that you just want to play like a computer programmer or something, because a lot of times computer programmers tend to be a little bit more on the shy side. And if you type computer programmer, you're probably going to see people that the industry sees as these are the types of people who tend to be computer programmers. Now, whether you agree with it or not, a lot of times people who are computer programmers are not shy at all, right? So there's a lot of people that break the perceived mold. But the idea is that generally with type, it's based on like stereotypes, unfortunately. But what you have to do is you look up these pictures, you see what they look like, what these people act like. You can even watch some videos like on YouTube and stuff to get a sense of their demeanor. And then you ask yourself, what should I change about my own appearance or demeanor to start being seen how I want to be seen, right? So that's the key thing, is you do have to do some actual work later, and that might involve changing your hairstyle, changing the types of clothes that you wear, even changing the way that you speak to people if you want people to start perceiving you in a different way. Eventually, one day, when you've built up enough credibility and you have enough credits and connections and stuff, people will start to hire you for whatever kinds of roles that you want, regardless of what you look and act like, because they'll just know you for your name. But you have to earn that right first. So I'm attaching a couple of links below. Number one is about why having a brand is so important. I highly recommend that you read that article. Another one is how to find your types. It goes into a little bit more depth on the GIST method. And then finally, an article that I wrote for Casting Networks called How to Create a Brand You're Proud Of, which I think is, it goes into a little bit more depth on what I was explaining in this video. And it's just, in my opinion, it's a well-written article that really can kind of get you a bit inspired to take some action. And it was really popular when it was originally published. So I hope that helps. Please make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you hear as I upload more of these videos and other things. And again, I appreciate you taking the time to email me with your question.